welcome back to the channel. I am out here today with my boy Desmond Lyles right here. We getting ready to slide out here on Eufaula, man. It's a beautiful morning. It's fall. You can see I got my little puffy on. It's a little bit chilly, but it's supposed to warm up pretty nice today. So we're gonna slide out, do a little bit of fall fishing. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen. Probably a lot of junk fishing, but nevertheless, we love a challenge, and we're gonna try to catch us some biggins today. Eufaula got some biggins, trust me. So without further ado, let's drop the rig in and see what we can catch. Boats in the water, walking down, gonna meet my boy D. We're gonna see what we can do today. Really cool experience today. My boy D spent 27 years in the military, and we all know it's always a good look to take our veterans fishing. So that's not the reason I'm taking my boy D fishing, but it's a plus, it's a bonus. So we appreciate our service men and women out there. You know, it doesn't go overlooked. So today, get to spend a little time with him, kick it. He loves to cook and all sorts of other things. So we're gonna have some great conversations on the boat, and of course, hopefully catch some of these bass. That's always the goal. I got him down there in the water right now. He's trying to figure out that Garmin force trolling motor. He said he about threw himself in the lake already. Sucker's powerful. Y'all seen that video. But anyways, here we go. We're getting ready to take off here shortly. It's gonna be a good day. I can feel it. Popping already.
Yeah, they get back in.
It's shallow.
My bait of choice back here is that swim bait.
A swim bait.
A swim jig.
A swim jig.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people.
I imagine something white. Try them on for size, Desmond.
But it would seem like they would start making a move back there, but that water temperature went back up.
Yes, 74 right now. So the theme for us the last time we was here, it was much hotter than it is now though, but the theme for us was it had to have some flow. That current, because we fished back in the bay of River Bend, like the big open bay on them islands and stuff. And we didn't hardly catch nothing. Then we get back closer to that main river, get a little flow. You know, we start catching a few.
I see you come. You don't play around. You come water.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to. I'm just looking, you know, and I'm looking for a sign. I don't want to slow down off the rip, especially not this time of morning.
Right.
Because if one is up actively feeding, they're gonna be getting after it. So, like that right there. He ain't much to talk about, but that's a bass. That's a bass. Get us on the board. Fall time. Told y'all in my last video. 1/4 ounce buzz bait. They feeding on shad. Results, baby. There we go. I like it. Good. D just got him one on a spinner bait. He got the. I was just saying, old school. He pulled out a spinner bait with the painted blades, one white, one chartreuse. I hadn't seen that in a long time. That used to be one of my all-time favorites. But again, spoke about the spinner bait as well. This time of year, so much shad in the system. It's hard to go wrong with those whites, those chartreuses, spinner baits, buzz baits, swim jigs, things like that are really gonna be effective now until probably all the way through December.
It's more sand up there, right? There's a lot of roots and stuff in there, but then it drops off into like 35 foot of water. Yeah. So that current runs down that side. If you look at the current, it's current.
It's current there. Well, it ain't even gotta be hard current. But see, my thing this time of year, you know, I don't know this area that well, but I'm trying to think. Are these migratory bass? I don't know. Are they moving from the main river back up in here during spring and other times of the year, or do these fish that live back here always just lived back here.
There's a lot of resident fish.
A resident fish, that's what I'm talking about. So a resident bass, he ain't got no choice but to make it do what it do. He here.
There's a lot of resident bass because the ecosystem is its own.
That's what I'm saying. So that's, you know, damn, that ain't got real shallow. We'll fish up to this point right here, and then we'll. Yeah, I mean, we can either, dude. This is a total have a good time day. You know, we can go further back in there and check some stuff. We can go back on the main river. I mean, sky's the limit, man. I just, you know, I'm just happy to be out here. That's really it. I was up to, me and Jacob yesterday went up to Chattahoochee on Lanier.
Oh,
in his jet boat, went way up there. That was cool. We flipped up a whole bunch of spotted bass. And he caught one for almost 4 pounds. Flipped him on the jig.
They killed him up there on Lanier in about 80 foot of water though.
In 80? On what, drop shot?
No, they throwing swim baits.
Swim baits in top water, probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why them suckers so big, man. You go up there in the wintertime. Oh, get him. Okay, D. There we go.
Well,
Yes, sir. Hey, he ain't a giant, but look how he ate that. Look how he ate that jig. I say he wanted that.
yeah.
There we go, on the board, baby.
Yes, sir.
See you, big dog.
Situation is going to be
Okay, with the water being warm, okay, you can go either or.
okay.
Green pumpkin is hands down the number one. It is the best all-around color, period, for all water clarities.
Okay.
I love black and blue. I throw a lot of black and blue. I would say you can get away with fishing literally black and blue and green pumpkin. Them two colors you could get away with anywhere in the country all year long. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Ain't no, bro. Listen. That's a bowfin, bro. A big giant sucker too. I was just talking about, bro.
Yep. You
Don't.
need the net?
No.
Oh, he came out.
No, he ain't either.
Oh, no, you just threw your bait.
He just threw my bait. He ain't finna come off because I hit him, boy. Oh, there you go. Thank goodness.
Came loose.
Yes, he did. Thank you, Lord.
You called it.
That was a bite, though, boy.
I know it was fun, though.
Oh, that was fun. You talking about a bite? I flipped that thing, I pulled that thing, it said, boom. I was like, ooh wee.
You know what that was.
Golly. That's what that fish was before. Because the other one ate it deeper. And they got teeth like ain't nobody's business. They be wanting to come around on game day.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Pull it out.
That's it, man. I flip him up in there tight, as hard as I can get him. 2 little hops like that, I reel him on out.
He's there. Oh, there you go.
There we go. There we go. Uh-huh. Look at that. Oh, large head.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what you on those stick bait?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Flipping him. There we go, baby. Yes, sir.
In about 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours,
Yeah.
I could dry the suet in an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah. There's another one.
That's what I'm talking about. My boy wearing them out, boy. Huh? Wearing them out. Wearing them out, boy. That's what it's all about right here, baby. My boy D out here. Got his stick bait on, flipping it with a little weight in it. I call that a Florida rig, but you know, it works everywhere. You need some pliers?
Yeah,
I got some pliers for you right here. Some long ones too. There you go.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah. There we go. All right, buddy. We appreciate you. All right, gang. It's let's see what time it is. 9:15. We've been messing around in some of these backwaters. This water temperature is about 75. Pretty warm. And there's just not a lot of flow, not a lot of current back here. Plus they've dropped the water, so it's a little bit shallow. But we've had 3 bites this morning. We've had 1 on a buzz bait, 1 on a spinner bait, 1 on a jig. So typical fall fishing, junk fishing. We having a good time though, that's the main thing. Me and my boy D here. But we're throwing everything we can at them. So now we're gonna switch it up a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit later in the morning. Still wanna try to capitalize on some of those shade lines, some of those active feeding fish that are ambushing shad this morning. So we're gonna probably head back out towards the main river and see if we can get some bites out there doing that. I don't know, we'll try it. But we ain't giving up on these backwaters neither. There are resident fish that live in these places that are significant. They're big. So that's what I'm looking for, old bigs. As we got out here on the main river, picked up the flipping sticks. I introduced my boy D over here to a stick bait, man. He's been getting bit on it pretty good. He's caught 2 real quick back to back. I broke one off. I'm pretty sure it was a dogfish, and then I hooked a monster dogfish. You guys will see that in the clip. He got off at the boat, thank God, because I don't like handling them bad boys. But might be on a little bit of a pattern. We're gonna continue to run down the river and try this pattern. What we're looking for, and I'll show you, you might can see it behind me here, is that right there. I call that sawgrass. So you got that sawgrass, and it'll be mixed in with a little bit of water willow as well as gator grass. You can find that with that current, that soft current, meandering current, hitting that nice and soft, getting a few bites. No big ones yet, but we still hunting. Don't give up on us. We still flipping. This has been kind of the key today. It's been a little tough, man. Actually been really tough. But the few bites we have been on the main river on this sawgrass stuff. Small isolated patches of that mixed in with a little bit of gator grass. That's been the key to get bit. There's a little bit of flow out here. I know you guys may or may not be able to see that, but there's a little bit of current, you know? As you can see, D up front, we flipping these reeds, baby. Just like that. I like these shorter patches. You can see that the end of this patch is here and the beginning of it is just right there. It's not like a quarter-mile long stretch of grass. It's just a small isolated stretch. Makes it a lot easier to break down, pinpoint where the fish might be. You know, you see those stretches of grass where you got, you know, half a mile, 3/4 of a mile. It's tough to figure out where they might be holding. But when you got a small section like this, it increases your odds quite a bit. I absolutely love fishing this stuff.
Got one.
Yeah. Oh, Spotty. No, I'll take him. I shall take him. Chattahoochee River spotted bass, ladies and gentlemen. Not a big one. Nevertheless, he's one. Yeah, Robbie brought me some luck. I done caught me a solid one. 2-pounder. Yeah.
How big?
About 2 pounds.
All right.
Yeah, it's been rough, man. So that guy,
Good luck.
yeah.
Talk to me for a while, don't you?
That's right, and he keeps you on the horn. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for us for the day. We wrapped it up, man. It was absolutely tough today, but we managed to get about 8 or 9 bites total, lots of small ones. I wanna say the biggest bass today may not even crack 2 pounds, but that ain't even what it's about. We had a good time, learned a couple things, got to share the boat with my boy D. I appreciate you coming out.
Sir, I appreciate it. I learned a lot myself today.
That's what it's all about, man.
He showed me who was boss the last part of the day.
No. No, man, we tried to catch us a couple. Boy, they had our number, man. A bunch of little small spotted bass. We caught 2 or 3 largemouth, but we could never really get a pattern. We just kind of junk fished around, and seemed to be the strongest pattern was just flipping stick baits, but boy, they were little, wasn't many of them. So anyways, until next time, I appreciate you guys checking me out. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and drop me a comment. We'll see you on the water on the next one. Later.